When was the last time you read a book? Did you know, according to statisticsbrain.com's data gathered in 2016, 80% of U.S. families did not buy a single book this year? 57% of the books that have been started are never finished. 33% of high school students will not read another book after high school. 42% of college students will not read another book after graduation. 46% of American adults can't understand the labels on their prescriptions, and 50% of adults are unable to read on an 8th grade reading level. In fact, according to a budget analyst from the Matsu School District in Alaska, they try to write their budget on a 3rd to 6th grade reading level to ensure that everyone in the community can read and understand it. I'm sure you're wondering what this has to do with you and why you should even care. It's not like reading is really all that important. But did you know reading is actually extremely beneficial and can help to improve your life? Among its many other benefits, reading can help you improve your brain function and even reduce the stress. According to Psychology Today, neuroscientists have discovered that reading a novel can improve your brain function on a variety of levels. The research was conducted at Emory University, and they found that becoming engrossed in a fiction novel improves the reader's ability to put themselves in another person's shoes and flexes the imagination in a way that's similar to the visualization of muscle memory in sports. In fact, reading a book can trick the mind into thinking it's doing something that it's actually not, much in the same way that visualization does when a basketball player thinks about shooting a basket. Both of these activities activate the neurons associated with the physical action, such as shooting a basket, even though you haven't physically done it. You may be thinking, well, what's the difference between reading a book and watching TV? Wouldn't they do the same thing? After all, both let you escape into an imaginary world. It may surprise you to discover that there are actually quite a few differences in reading a book and watching a movie. One problem with watching television is that it reduces the theory of the mind, or a person's ability to attribute mental states, beliefs, intents, desires, and knowledge to yourself or to others, as well as understanding that others have beliefs and desires and intentions that are different from our own. This means that those who read will become more compassionate and understanding of others who are different from themselves, as compared to those who watch TV. Researchers from the University of Emory have found that preschoolers who had a TV in their bedroom and are exposed to more background TV have a weaker understanding of people's beliefs and desires, and reduced cognitive development than those that don't. Reading helps you to be able to put yourself in someone else's shoes, helps your imagination take flight, and can help shape your brain. Reading also helps to reduce the stress in your life. Reading a novel for as little as 6 minutes can help reduce your stress by as much as 2/3. Imagine yourself coming home from a long, stressful day at work and sitting down with a really good book. Within minutes, your body already starts to feel the effects of this relaxing activity. Reading silently for 6 minutes can slow down the heart rate and ease the tension in your muscles, reducing your stress levels. According to research done at the University of Sussex, reading works better and faster than any other method, such as listening to music, going for a walk, or settling down with a cup of tea. According to research done by cognitive neuropsychologist Dr. David Lewis, reading works best, reducing stress levels by 68%. Listening to music reduced them by 61%, having a cup of tea lowered them by 54%, and walking by 42%. Whereas playing video games brought them down by 21% from their highest levels, but still left the volunteers with heart rates above their starting points. After conducting this test, Dr. Lewis said, "Losing yourself in a book is the ultimate relaxation. This is particularly poignant in uncertain economic times when we are all craving a certain amount of escapism. It really doesn't matter what book you read. By losing yourself in it, in a thoroughly engrossing book, you can escape from the worries and stress of the everyday world, and while spending a while exploring the domain of the author's imagination. This is more than merely a distraction, but an active engaging of the imagination, as the world of the printed page stimulates the creativity and causes you to enter into what essentially is an altered state of consciousness. Psychologists believe that this is because the human mind has to concentrate on reading, and the distraction of being taken into a literary world eases the tension in the muscles and the heart. I wear a smartwatch that tracks both my heart rate and my sleep, and have found at times when I am reading a really good book and find myself really getting into the story, my body gets so relaxed that the watch registers me as sleeping, even though I know I was still awake. Did you know that reading for 20 minutes a day will expose you to 1.8 million words a year, and that reading for just 1 hour a day in your chosen field will make you an international expert in just 7 years? Reading has a physical effect on both the brain and the body. So I would encourage everyone to turn off their TV and set some time aside. It doesn't have to be that much, just as little as 6 minutes. You could even do 15 if you wanted, to devote to reading each day. This will help you improve your brain function and at the very least can reduce the stress in your life. So let's start today and make it a habit.